The Spanish government has rejected a statement of independence signed by Catalan leader Carles Puigdemont, and dismissed calls for mediation. Spain's deputy prime minister described Mr. Puigdemont as someone who does not know where he is, where he's going. Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy is holding an emergency cabinet meeting to discuss the government's next steps. Mr. Puigdemont signed a declaration of independence on Tuesday, but halted implementation to allow negotiations. There had been speculation that the Catalan president might declare independence, and put the move into effect, plunging Spain into an even deeper political crisis. Spain has been in turmoil since a disputed referendum on 1 October, which was declared invalid by the country's constitutional court. Addressing the Catalan parliament in Barcelona on Tuesday evening, Mr. Puigdemont said the autonomous region had won the right to be independent as a result of the vote. "We call on international states and organizations to recognize the Catalan Republic as an independent and sovereign state," he said. He said the people's will was to break away from Madrid, but he also said he wanted to de-escalate the tension around the issue. "I propose suspending the effects of the Declaration of Independence to undertake talks in the coming weeks, without which it is not possible to reach an agreed solution," Mr. Puigdemont told MPs. He and other Catalan leaders then signed the Declaration of Independence. It is not clear if the declaration has any legal status. Crowds of independence supporters in Barcelona cheered Mr. Puigdemont's initial remarks, but many expressed disappointment as he clarified his stance. Sources involved in the talks say Mr. Puigdemont drafted 3 potential speeches covering 3 possible outcomes ahead of the speech he delivered last night. The first draft declared a motion for immediate unilateral independence, that Parliament would vote on within 48 hours. Some members of the coalition government threatened to walk in that event, arguing that that kind of language was too strong, and would provoke an immediate response of force from the Spanish government. The second argued for a symbolic declaration of independence, but expressed no intent to push ahead with plans to separate. This time members of the left-wing CUP party who support a minority Catalan separatist government threatened to walk out. The speech that was delivered appears to be the third and final draft, which suspends any declaration of independence, and is said to have been influenced by the intervention of the EU Council President Donald Tusk, who urged Mr. Puigdemont not to announce a decision that makes dialogue impossible. The Catalan government appears to have read this as a sign that the EU could be open to future dialogue, even if Spain is not. In Madrid, Spanish Deputy Prime Minister Soraya Sáenz de Santamaría rejected Mr. Puigdemont's proposal for talks through an international mediator. Neither Mr. Puigdemont nor anybody else can claim